Hey guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to make a video like this one. Alright, so this is our little behind the scenes of how we shot this little short. As you can see, we have an LED panel here, and we also have natural light coming in, so it's best to shoot obviously during the day because all the natural light really helps illuminate shadows since it's coming in and filling the whole room. And as far as our setup, it's very simple. We just have two tripods, a rod right here where the green screen is held up, and we just have some bins stacked, so it's not a crazy setup. You can do it yourself, just find things around the house. That's what we did. And then we set our props on top of it. Stand directly behind it. That's going to help a lot in editing since you're going to crop this out anyway through the monitor. And then go ahead and do your actions. It works great because this is what really sells the effect, is reaching over the green screen. So yeah, really that's it. It's actually pretty simple, and that's it for the setup. So now on to editing. Alright, so jumping into KineMaster, we're going to create a new project, 16 by 9, and I'm going to bring in all my footage. Once I have them in, the next step is to trim the beginning and end. So I'm going to scrub through and find the moment I want my clip to start. I'm going to click on it, click the scissors icon, and trim to left of playhead. And we're going to do the same thing for the end of the clip. And we're going to do trim to right of playhead. Now onto our green screen, trim to left of playhead. And again, the very end where we want it to stop, we're going to do trim to right of playhead. Alright, so now we're going to click on our green screen footage. And we need to duplicate it as a layer. So we're going to click the three dots up here, duplicate as a layer. So we can go ahead and delete the topmost green screen clip and scoot over the layer underneath the monitor clip. Next, with the green screen selected, for now we're going to make it full screen. And we're going to go down to the Chroma key, we're going to enable it, and we're going to adjust our sliders until we have the best results we can get. Alright, now because we have to crop, we're going to actually turn off full screen and we're going to manually scale it up and position it in front of the monitor as close as possible. Again, for right now it doesn't have to be perfect. Now we're going to get the cropping tool. We're going to crop the left, the right, the top, the bottom, crop everything that you don't need, and we're going to scale it so it fits just over the monitor. And what I'm going to do is actually click back on the monitor clip, and I'm going to zoom in just slightly to make my monitor a little bit bigger. Alright, so now back to the green screen. I'm gonna keep scaling and adjusting. And if needed, KineMaster does have a rotating tool. As you can see, you can rotate it slightly if you need to. So I'm gonna do some very small rotating and get it to fit as closely as possible onto the monitor. Alright, that's looking good. Now we're gonna add some music. I downloaded this from the KineMaster store, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this in. Next, I downloaded a phone ringing, so I'm going to bring that in. And we're just going to scoot this over until where it's needed in the scene. And to sell the effect that I muted the phone or hung up, I'm going to trim and trim to right of playhead right in the middle of the phone ringing, so again it sounds like I muted it. Alright, next we're going to add some effects to really sell the computer screen. So we're going to click on Layer, Overlay, and these are all graphics and assets that I downloaded from the KineMaster store. I really like the live news, so we're going to click on that, and I'm going to use this live icon. We're going to exit out of there, we're going to scale it down and put it in the corner, and I'm going to extend the layer so that it lasts the entire video. Now we're going to add a cursor, so we're going to add another overlay. I downloaded this cursor pack from the KineMaster store. I'm going to rotate it so it's facing up, and I'm going to scale it down. And I'm going to position it to where I want the cursor to start. I'm going to go to the very beginning and we're going to keyframe it so it looks like the cursor's moving. So we're going to click on the keyframe icon on the left with our timeline in the very beginning. Now I'm just going to scoot forward just a few seconds and I'm going to move the cursor to the last position. And KineMaster will create a new keyframe. And now the cursor's moving on its own. Now I want the cursor to fade out. So after a few seconds I'm going to trim to right of playhead. And then we're going to go to the out animation and choose fade. So now our cursor fades out. And the very last thing I did was actually decide to move the live to the top left so that it doesn't get in the way of the actress. And that's how I created this effect, so go ahead, try it out for yourself, have fun, and thank you for watching.